Hey, Monday evening weather for Weather Geeks. Hope you had a good weekend, everyone. Our weather, as we kicked off for some, brief work week today, was pretty good, actually. By late November standards, hey, we'll take the lower 50s and some sunshine anytime, and the wind was pretty light throughout the day as well. It was not so nice on this date, back in 1950. November 25th is kind of one of those dates that really sticks out on our local weather calendar. This was the heart of the Great Blizzard of 1950, right around Thanksgiving back in 1950. Now, during the calendar day of the 25th, we picked up 17 inches of snow here locally, but a storm total of 25, 26 inches was pretty common across our area. And of course, many people who were around back then remember this one vividly. This kind of compares with the blizzard of 78, but in our part of Ohio, the blizzard of 78 did not bring as much snow, in fact, not nearly as much snow as it did in parts of western and northwest Ohio. It was more of a wind maker here. And we certainly had some problems here with the blizzard of 78, but the snow totals were not comparable to western Ohio, and they were not comparable in that 78 storm to what we had back in 1950. Easily the biggest snowstorm on record here in November, and one of the biggest all-time storms for any calendar day occurred on this date back in 1950. All right, we did 52 today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 warmer than average days out of 25 so far this November. It's been a chilly November. 6.7 is the current number as far as below average temperatures for the month. All right, the weather pretty quiet across the country this evening, but this is a little deceptive, and I say that because the weather's about to turn pretty busy in a lot of the country in the run-up to Thanksgiving. We're going to kind of luck out here in that wintry weather is not going to be an issue around here, but some places will not be so lucky. I'm going to focus first real briefly. I know it's a long way away, but on the west. Look at all the isobars around this area of low pressure that's going to come into parts of the Pacific Northwest tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. I mean, wow! That is just... this could set pressure records for a landfalling system across the northwestern part of the country and into northern California. Again, this is tomorrow into tomorrow night. That storm will make landfall, if you will, and bring tons of rain and high elevation snow in the run-up to Thanksgiving across parts of the West Coast. Closer to home, let me actually move my camera here, and yeah, this is the system here that is going to impact us with some rain, but more importantly, some wind as we go into the pre-holiday period. There it is. And we'll take a closer look at what this will bring, and this will be one of those situations where, unfortunately, power outages could be a problem here locally because of the wind, and that's not great news on the day before Thanksgiving. So that's something we'll be keeping an eye on. And as far as the winter storm impacts, the winter storm side of that midweek storm, if you have friends or family traveling to or from, say, Minneapolis, Marquette, Michigan, Omaha, Nebraska, Denver, kind of that corridor, this is going to be a big problem in the few days before Thanksgiving with lots and lots of snow and some wind for them. For us, it's going to be all about the wind. After a decent day tomorrow, although clouds will increase late, the wind starts to increase tomorrow night. Showers are most likely tomorrow night and early in the day on Wednesday. Now, as we get into Wednesday afternoon, I think we'll see some sun. Can't rule out one more little skinny band of showers, but the rain's primarily confined to pretty early in the day, but the wind is not. The wind may actually be at its worst in the afternoon, especially if the sun comes out and we get some vertical mixing of the atmosphere. Those really strong winds that are aloft can be pulled down to the surface. And even though it'll be a generally calmer day for Thanksgiving on Thursday, still pretty blustery. Notice our isobars, lines of equal pressure, still packed tightly together on Thursday. And it'll be a chilly day. So with temperatures in the 30s and a gusty breeze, it's going to feel pretty cold outside for Thanksgiving. All right, the wind gusts. This is probably wind advisory territory. I don't think we'll see a high wind warning here, but National Weather Service will probably hoist a wind advisory for late tomorrow night and heading into Wednesday. I think 40 to 50 mile per hour gusts will be a possibility starting late in the morning and taking us into the afternoon on Wednesday. And again, it stays pretty blustery right into Thursday morning. Now, the wind gusts will not be nearly as strong on Thursday, but still 15 to 20 mile per hour wind when it's 36, 37 degrees outside is not going to feel very nice. So here's our timetable for the wind. Again, it's going to be primarily a midday, afternoon, early evening problem on Wednesday. The rain, only an issue for early in the day. So, a lot of people are hitting the roads on this day before Thanksgiving on Wednesday, and high-profile vehicles could be rocking and rolling a little bit, especially in open areas and on bridges, overpasses. And just, take it easy. It's certainly better than if we were dealing with a snowstorm on the day before Thanksgiving, but still, it could, be a little bit problematic, not only on the roads, but at area airports, whether it be Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Canton, Akron. If you have a flight in or out on Wednesday, some delays could be a distinct possibility. 37, that's it for Thanksgiving. This is going to be a cold Thanksgiving. Certainly we've had colder, but it'll be pretty chilly outside. It'll actually be a little bit better than last year. Last year we stayed in the 20s on Thanksgiving. All right, the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, a lot of blue on this map. Now, harsh Arctic cold, the kind of cold relative to average that we saw a couple of weeks ago or about 10 days ago? No, I don't think so, but pretty cold looking map from coast to coast. As we flip the calendar over into December, overall I think December will be colder than last December, but probably not full of Arctic cold the entire month. That cold snap early in the month is probably followed by a moderating trend by mid-month. So last December was pretty warm compared to the average. I think we'll be closer to average this year in December, but still not a very cold December after a pretty darn cold November that will be wrapping up by this weekend. That'll do it for tonight's Weather for Weather Geeks. For more updates on the Thanksgiving forecast, the Wednesday forecast, the Black Friday forecast, anything you need to know, of course you can check out that forecast on the Storm Tracker 21 app. Make sure you're following me on all the social media outlets, including Twitter and Instagram. And I'll see you tonight on 21 News at 11.